And welcome back to OldManDakk. We're here in the dungeon. I'm just going to do a small little update video. I've changed and tweaked a couple of things before the grand opening, so I'd like to go over it and try and get the video out before the grand opening so the people in the realm can go over the rules. But I am going to go over the rules at the very beginning with whoever shows up for the grand opening. So nothing for the layout has changed. The only thing that's really different is we got rid of the barbarian. We're going to go with a monk because I figured we had like damage from the assassin, so that's close damage. Damage from the wizard, which is range damage, which the assassin's also range. They're like multi, they're close and distance. The wizard mostly distance. And then we had the fighter, who was the tank, which is another up close damage. Not really a lot of damage compared to the other ones because he's mostly there to tank. So we needed a healer class instead of another big power like damage one. We went with a healer kind of support class. I'm really enjoying that one. We got rid of the party, but not really. We got team, so a team can be anywhere between 2 to 4. That way. It's just a little less up here on the board. Over here, so this is the weekly prizes. So we got some dungeon tokens, and then we got a couple of different enchantment books for the first week. And then up here, we're going to have the world record time. So any solo run that people make it through, we're going to have the world record time up here. We'll have the person's name and their time. And yeah, there won't be any reward for that one. It'll probably just be bragging rights. The lockers are still all the same. The armory is still pretty much the same. There's a lot more going on back here now, and we'll go over that because the big adjustment, and we'll go over the rules again before we step into the players' changing room. Okay, so welcome to the dungeon again. It's the same survival minigame. Explore the dungeon. This here kind of explains what you're doing in the dungeon now. The last book didn't. So explore the dungeon. Gather the 3 ghoul nectar to unlock the final door and bring back the decaying demon heart. Traps, challenges, and monsters await you. Okay, so now the instructions and the rules, pretty much the same again. Pick a locker to store your dungeon gear. So over here we have lockers. I'll just show you dreams. So I only put a single chest, but if we have to, maybe I'll put another one up here if people start getting like a lot of gear, or my son actually said, what are you going to do if they pick a wizard for their first run and they pick a fighter for their second run? So that's where we might have to get the double locker. If somebody does want to try out all the different classes, I haven't made up my mind yet whether we're going to be doing, I can't really say that right yet because I haven't told you what's coming up. So let's just finish here. So pick a class to run the dungeon. Gear supplied for the first run. In the last rule book, I said you could only take 1 class per run. Now it doesn't matter. If it's your first run, you get the gear that's supplied from the dungeon. And if it's your second run, then you don't. So if it's your second run and you have 2 wizards on the same run, well, they already have their gear over here. And if they broke the gear or lost the gear or whatever, then they have to go to the armory and rebuy it and go from there. Or they can pick a different class. Say they lost all their wizard gear, then you can't be a wizard on that run, and then you have to maybe take fighter and grab the free gear there. And then all items found in the dungeon are yours to keep, same as last time. Anything you find in there is yours. So that's another way to kind of gear up. If you'd like to do a run, contact Dakk or Dream to set up a time. Be warned, once you leave the lobby, there's only 2 ways out, death or victory. And again, the door hasn't moved, it's still right here. And there are still beds in here to set your spawn. Okay, so inside each class ready room, there's a list. So here's where I'm going to explain what's new and really exciting. There's a list of armor, weapons, and spells that you can use. once they reach that level. Extra spells can be purchased in the armory. So the thing that I've added is, let's just go with the... Actually, I'm really excited to play a wizard, so let's go look at the wizard. So, welcome to the dungeon, wizard. Mysterious arts guide your path. Never-ending fireballs will help your party. So, the wizard may use any weapon, can wear leather, can only wear leather, may use a shield, can only use enchantments equal to their level. So if you bring 50 tokens to the Dungeon Master, you'll get level 2, and level 3 is 100 tokens, and level 4 is 250 tokens. So the wizard can get up to level 4. Actually, all classes get up to level 4. I'm not going to go over every... yeah, I will go over every class, just for people that don't get to play, just to give them some ideas. So the wizard can learn new spells. So at level 2, they're going to get teleport, which is just an ender pearl. They throw it, and they teleport to where the ender pearl goes. Level 3, they get a summon golem. So I'm going to give them the stuff to actually summon the 4 iron blocks and the pumpkin, and they're going to summon an iron golem to help them fight. And at level 4, they get party true vision. So they're going to get a splash potion of night vision because it's really, really dark in there. So this will actually help the party and allow everyone to see in the dark. So your first spell comes with the training, and then each additional spell will cost you 10 tokens. So if you want to take 2 summon golems into the dungeon, you just got to pay for the extra summon golem, which is 10 tokens, and you can take 2 in there. And that's it for the wizard. So like I said, I'm really excited for the wizard. Okay, the rogue, we're just going to go over pretty much everything's the same. They have what weapons they can use, what gear they can use, and the enchantment level of which they can go to. Most of them they stop at level 4. And then I think it's only the fighter that can have level 5 enchantments, just to make him a little more special. So the assassin, like I said, he's long range and short range. At level 2, they get smoke bomb, which is a splash lingering potion of slowness. And at level 3, they get a gas bomb, which is a splash lingering potion of poison. And then at level 4, they get cheat death, which is a totem of undying. And that's it for them. And then if you come down to the fighter, we'll do the monk last because it's the new class. So fighter, so at level 1, they can wear leather, chain, and iron. At level 2, they get diamond. At level 3, at level 2, they also get enchantments of +4. So they get +4 enchantments a lot sooner than the other classes, mostly for like the unbreaking and the protection and all that stuff. At level 3, they unlock netherite, and then at level 4, they unlock the enchantments +5, so sharpness +5 and all that. And they start with a stone sword instead of a wooden sword like the others, which is kind of nice. And then the monk, the new class. Come on, read it. Okay, welcome to the dungeon, monk. You are one with the spirits using your powers to heal. You will start with full leather armor, a staff, and a healing potion. So by staff, they start with a trident. So they are going to be close range to start until they get a loyalty enchant, and then they'll be ranged and melee. They can use a shield. They just don't start with it. And they can use enchantments equal to their level. So at level 2, they get Heal Party, which is a splash potion of healing. At level 3, they get Summon Companion, which is going to be a wolf. And at level 4, they're going to get Strength and Party, which is a splash potion of strength. So, like I said, they're a support healing class, and they can use shields, and they get dogs. So, yeah, really cool class. I can see a lot of people playing that one. The only thing about the monk, if they pick monk, if you come back here into the Dungeon Master area, I made a little new Dungeon Master area. So while people are doing runs, I'm going to be out here. I am going to go through and videotape a couple of runs just so I can put it up on my channel. And I'll probably videotape a bunch of my runs, but I'm not going to do it every run. So most of the time I'll just be standing out here. So while I'm out here, I can be crafting potions, growing my pumpkin for future summoning golems. Like I said, just doing Dungeon Master stuff. So back here, so the thing about the monk is I got the 2 dogs, so they're going to have to come here. But when you breed, the dog is only little, and I'm not sure if you can speed up them growing. If you can, that would be great. I should just go get some meat and try that. I got some rotten flesh on me. Let's give it a try. I think you can. All we need is the little sparkles to show us that he's actually growing. So give that to you, that to you. That should make them breed. All right, and then we'll make him sit. Now, if he takes this and green sparkles, that means he's growing up faster. Okay, he is. Okay, so you sit. So my little concern about the monk having to wait to get his companion is going to be nullified. Let's see, do I have any more meat? I don't think I have any more meat down here. All right, anyways, I will go figure that out. And like I said, worst comes to worst, they have to wait. Okay, so that's the extra spells they can. So like I said, if they want to purchase, 10 splash healing potions, then the monk can do that. They can work as a team or they can go solo. And this is only phase 1. This is the very beginning. As it gets harder and harder, I'll put out a vote on the realm, and when they want it to go to the next level, then I'm going to start introducing harder monsters and probably a couple more rooms. Okay, the dungeon is a timed event with weekly prizes to first place in each category. So first place solo, first place team. So I will do probably move these over. I'll do one here for the solo and one here for the team. And maybe a third one for tournaments. That's what this one here is going to be, or the grand opening. So the grand opening, I got 3 prizes, so we're going to be giving those away. So just to give some further explanation, so the Decaying Heart will be located in the final room. It's always going to be in the final room. And the Ghoul Nectar can be found anywhere in the dungeon. Okay, location will be based on the chosen difficulty. So like I said, later on, there's going to be easy, normal, and hard difficulty for the dungeon. And based on what people pick is how much loot will be in the dungeon and how difficult the Ghoul Nectars will be defined. Okay, number 7, upgrades. You can upgrade your gear in the armory now to add to your adventures based on your class. So we're going to have Unbreaking, Protection, Sharpness, Power Punch, Knockback, Loyalty, Flame, Fire Aspect, Thorns, Bane of Arthropods, and Mending. So all the upgrades, if you look back here in the Dungeon Master section, so upgrades all 5 tokens. So the Dungeon Master will supply the levels. As you can see, I'm level 59. I got lots of levels, and I got an easy XP farm. So we'll upgrade those for 5 tokens. But if you notice, the fighter didn't have any spells. His thing is all his enchantments cost 10 tokens each. So where he won't be spending a lot of extra tokens on spells and stuff, he's going to have to use his tokens to get his gear up and make him more tanky. And so that's how I kind of balance that out. Where this where he's going to have to buy gas bombs until forever. The fighter, once they level up all their enchantments and they get everything all done, they don't really have to spend that much. So. And I think that was about it. Yeah, that was it. So like I said, just a short update on the different spells they're allowed to use and the gear they're allowed to use. Our grand opening is scheduled for tonight if this comes out in time. We are April 5th on a Friday. So that should be it. Like I said, I'm going to be videotaping a couple of runs, and we'll get some videos out on that, and we'll see how they do. Any suggestions on anything I can add to the dungeon? I'm definitely down for that. I am going to, for the people in the realm, I think I'm going to put a suggestion box right here with some paper in it and maybe an anvil so they can make suggestions of what they would like to see, anonymously if they'd like. And yeah, I wish them all the best of luck in the dungeon, and I hope they enjoy the minigame. And that'll be it for this episode. So like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next one.